All right, welcome to the weekly screen share. Bitcoin is absolutely ripping our faces off right now. The trades are going insane. I'm super excited. The 1 minute candle just ripped again. I was watching this 1 minute candle, had my stop loss here. Now I'm up almost 16. Looks like I can make about I'm up 2 racks now, 2,000. And we already took like $400 off this morning. We've just been printing a couple grand a day here every day, man. It's been amazing. Right? Took $3,000 yesterday, right? So, I mean, you start making 4 or 5 grand in 2 days, you're doing pretty good, right? What's up, Remote Chief? What's going on, man? Sentenced to life, man. You know the Chief, bro? How do you know the Chief? What up, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, this is great. I'm liking this pump. I'm thinking of getting out here. I like $1,500. I'm going to pay the trader. Luckily, we got that extra pump away from the 21. There's some divergence there. I'm going to pay the trader on both my trades. Look at that monster move. Away from the 21-day moving average in the 4 hour. If it continues, it'll, to me, I think it's just getting extended. I'll move my stop losses into position for both my trades. Shout out to anyone that's stuck in the trades with me. It's so cool that we get to show you the win on the screen share, right? Look, and I'll just hug right there and see how much more we can get out of both of these. Look at it, it's going, man. It's a short squeeze. They're squeezing these shorts to 115.5. And I said 115.5 was coming based on Bookmap, right? It gave us the level. Now this 100, look at 120K is now coming in. That's so close. This thing can rip to a new all-time high pretty fast. I'm moving myself to I'm going to take profit here on this trade. I'm very happy with these gains on the day. I'm going to take profits on both. Could it continue? Likely, yeah. And look, again, like my strategy is trade a flag, find a flag, trade a flag. You even see shoulder, head, right shoulder. So I probably just got kicked out of both trades. I just made about $2,000. Man, sticking to the strategies, man. Shout out to anybody take profits with the lifer. Ray Song Records in the house. My whole team in the house. And sorry to spring this such a quick screen share. My left knee is pounding. You guys know I got hit with the golf ball. I've been on it a lot more today than normal because I'm thinking I'm better, right? And the swelling's down a little bit. But I've just been pounding my knee, man. And I'm at a stand-up desk. I should just bring it down and sit at the desk, right? But my back, I'll be honest, when I sit, my back hurts a lot too. So it's almost like one or the other. I think I should take an ibuprofen tonight, even though I don't want to. I'm about to pop one, man. I try to fight taking any type of aspirin, but it really might help the inflammation. The pain's pretty bad. Whatever, I'm not complaining. I didn't want to do it later, and you know what I mean? I was like, I just got to get it done. So I can put my knee up, ice it, and then just rest. Let's go over how I coached. If you were a beginner, I did a really good job coaching us through this trade today. And even I never know when it's going to win or lose, you know? We stick to it. I gave you the stop losses and the parameters, and it even looked pretty weird at first, like it wasn't going to play out. So let's kind of talk about what I saw. The first thing I saw is that we were above the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. I just know so much. There's usually a pump coming from there. So I opened the trade here on this indecision doji with the stop loss below there. This does have a bigger target on MEXC, right? Like the target was bigger. But all I was trying to show you was that, look, I earlier had just taken these, you know, I think they went up a little more. I took like $300, $400. So today was actually a really good day. Talked about some Jim Rohn stuff. And then you can see we're looking for the 4 hour to hold the 200 MA. As long as that happens, this trade will play out. And you can put a stop loss below that wick, right? And we did get that push. Crazy, right? And that was what? At 10 in the morning, right? We got that push initially. I believe it would give it back and then go sideways throughout the day. And then I would watch how the 5 minutes started to make this flag. Look like it pump up to 116,000, right? And then here's the trade. 116,000 is the target. The entry's right here. In case you ever know, the entry's always right there. You can see the stop loss is in red. The take profits in green, right? And it says, so get in here, stop loss below 13,861, and ride that puppy to 1,600, right? I go in really heavy, so once I'm up here, I'm already up 14, 1500. You know, once I'm up over 1500, I like to take the gain. And then we would boom out of this, right? And then I told you I took the long, just to let you know. All right? And that's on KCAX there too. Bang. And then right here, I had a scalp going. It got low, but look, it didn't hit the stop loss, right? And it never did. That 200 moving average would hold. We had positioned ourselves okay. And then you can see how we kind of stayed here inside the pattern, right? I drew this on weeks. And then I'm like, all right, can we hold that? And then I got into a long on weeks as well, right? And there I am babysitting along right there and just kind of waiting. I had to take my daughter to softball. I see a monster green candle. And I'm like, it's funny. I asked my wife, I'm like, can you close my trades? And I call her. She goes and sees my week's trade. Number one, she's seen my trades numerous times. This is the funniest thing. Like, she's gone to my MEXC account and she sees the trade. Like, she sees it right here and she can read the trade and she'll tell me how much I'm up. So I had weeks in MEXC up. And she comes to the week's trade and she tells me that I'm up 350 on MEXC and I'm up $50 on. I know I'm up like thousands of dollars. And she's like, yeah, you're up $50. I get really sad because I'm like, that means I messed up the trade. Like, I didn't put up the right amount. And in my mind, I'm like, I make so many trades and I'm like, but it doesn't make sense. But I'm in the heat, I'm in the softball. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, 50, I'm up $400. I was kind of sad. I was like, really? I was like, $50? I asked her again. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, it's it. I walk in the door, it's 52%. Right above it, it says I'm up $1,400. It's like, it's so funny, man. Like, I told her, I was like, babe, like, I wasn't up $50, I was up $1,500. And I looked at her, I was like, she's like, oh, I didn't notice that. I'm just like, but it bugged me out, man. Anyway, like, I handle my own trades, you know. Wow, Bitcoin looks like it could get crazy right now. I always do sell a little early, right? Look at that. The thing looks like it's gone. It's going to moon all the way to 116,000. Dang. Look at that. That may not be done yet with the curve and the stochastics. Nintendo chair. Getting old. Yeah. Goringa. I know. She tried. Yeah, exactly. There's a big word there, try, right? That's me. Damn, already above my sell, but whatever. I'm always happy. I'm very grateful for the win today. And that happened too. I opened that trade in the afternoon and then we hit, so it wasn't even like an all-day trade. Crow looks loaded. Yeah. Anyway, so I just sold the trade. I took you guys through the entire process here on the Discord. I gave you your entry, your stop loss, and it looks like you may get to 116,000, right? And then the shorts got absolutely wrecked again on a low volume Thursday, and then I'm showing you the win. It's crazy, right? Like, I coach you through it all. Like, I'm always here. Amazing, right? Since the beginning of the morning, all the way through the day, I do the live stream, and then here we are again, just making sure that you got through the trade just like I did. And the only thing that ruins this is emotions, you know? The only thing that ruins this is emotions, not believing, thinking it's not going to happen. That started to look like a tight channel with the 21 moving. It was telling me that there could be a move coming. It's weird, right? How many times have I been able to call it right before the pump? But it's because the indicators tell you when you're about to pump. They do such a good job. Bang. All coins are getting crazy now, right? They're getting like really fun. You know, they're going to start pumping. Numerator's been pumping. That's interesting too. Somi back in there off of that 618, remember, off the 786. Mudang. Anything could pump once Bitcoin gets ready. The bot sold all those trades. Look, the bot entered a new long. Thinks this is a good long now. Get back in again. The bot's relentless, and the bot took massive profits on all its trades. Today was a great day. Awesome. Chainlink breaking out. I see Chainlink going up and down, getting tight, and then a massive breakout to $50 is coming here for Chainlink. I see same thing for Sol. Like, our Sol trades up. All the big trades that I gave are up nice, right? Sol's up. Hyperliquid's up. And again, I knew alt season was coming, and I knew there was high risk coins to be jumping into, but I also knew that the big boys with consolidation and big volume were going to be the simplest ones to make my money from. Like I loaded up heavy here and knew that it was almost a guarantee I could make money, right? And then we get up here to $68 and get the move to the upside. So wow, Bitcoin booming. Look how it looks like on BitTinex. Like, look at that 4-hour candle. And again, just buying when you break above the 4-hour. When that, they liquidated the wick this morning with the crazy move, brought it back up. It was the fake move with the data, and then gone, baby, gone, right? So awesome to see this. So awesome. And then my streak on weeks just continuing to rip. Wow, look, this is a flag now. It's weird when you get into streaks as a trader, and you have to realize that you're basically a data set yourself. You're pressing the button. You're taking advantage of the market. Some days you're going to be so on point with the trend and your system, you're going to start winning a lot, right? You're going to think it's you're amazing, but it's really just because your probabilities are so spot on at that time, and you're stuck in a system. You don't want to get too big for your britches and start thinking, you're unstoppable. But it starts feeling that way. Like, look at this. Like, I've lost 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. I mean, I lost 1. And the one I lost was $260 in losses. And I have a $1,500 win, right? That's basically, you could rain that to 16, that's 19, and then take 50 off. So $1,850, right? You could round that up to 2,800, right? About 3,300, almost 6. It's almost like 3,400. And then you could make it like 35. And then another, that's 35 and 4. That's $5,000 almost, right? It's a little under $5,000. Bang, right? 6 days, $5,000, 1 loss. Unbelievable. And just staying tight in the pocket, just doing my thing and not being greedy. Moving the stop loss to break even, taking positions, just nailing it. In at 110.5, out at 111.8, in at 112.3, out at 113, in at 113.7, out at 114, in at 114.3, out at 115. And maybe I could have left the trade open the whole time. I did call that bottom, but what I do is I see the bottom and then I just trade the trend. And I absolutely nail it, right? Crazy, we're less than 9K away from the all-time high. Yeah, I can't wait to the day when it flips for me and I'm a profitable trader. It's coming. I don't know when, but I smell it. There was days in my life where I never thought this was possible. I didn't believe that you could become profitable. I thought everyone else was lying to me. I figured everyone else, when I saw profitable trades, I was like, oh, well, that's just a guy who the exchange pays and he can take so many shots that it looks good, I just didn't believe that anyone was good at trading. My doubt in myself was my doubt in everybody else. I didn't believe in everybody else because I didn't believe in myself. You see? And, man, there was days I never thought I was going to make it to this place. I was a horrible day trader, to be honest, everybody. I was good at swing trading, and I could make some money investing. I was really good at speculating, making some gains, but day trading was was very hard for me. Very, very difficult. Oh, my God. I saw the flag, and I just drew it, and it just, oh, my God. And there it goes for more. The greed of I could have sold more, right? DIA's I have that on an alert. Wow, this is massive. And there's the target, 115,005, and we hit it. Now you have 120K is big red. Look, we're only now $4,500 away from 20K, 120K. Remember when Bitcoin just hit 20K? Again, this is what happens when you break above the 200 moving average in the 4-hour. Even if we keep pumping, though, it's really unsustainable. I guess maybe a little more of a pump, 21 curves, but eventually we're going to have to come to that 21 on the 4-hour. We're going to have to come see it, either here, somewhere. So if we keep pumping, we're getting higher and higher into that zone. And remember, I sell into pumps. I almost always sell a little early, and it keeps ripping. I would have loved to have just not got stopped out there. Let that thing ride. But it is what it is. Wow. I always get that little greed. Could have been more. I made that money there, and I could have made even more. Right? I still have this ETH trade open. That thing's going to win eventually. Wow, this thing is plowing, and they are not stopping here. Look at that flag on the 1 minute that just did damage. I had it drawn. I had the measured move. This is crazy. And you know what's funny? I come to screen share early today, and we get the pump, right? You don't think it's hilarious, right? But I mean, I kind of made it early because I saw the pump happening too, so it's not that coincidental. But man, we've been raking in the gains on Bitcoin the last couple of days. It's been fun to trade. It's been respecting the trend. 200 moving average. Like I could see that look how tight we were making this flag. I knew that this flag was going to break out, man. It was a high probability. Looks like we're going to hit my target. I'd like a pullback. Let's do our top-down analysis now. We'll look at it. We just got our daily close. This is awesome, everybody. We're in like such a good spot to maintain success here with this market. Yeah, doubt kills more dreams than failure, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, just don't give up. I can't avoid it. Yeah, you're going to make it if you just believe in yourself. Funny, man. Look at my scribbly wigglies. Wow. I'm still amazed when I hit. Tonight's a jacuzzi cigar night, man. I get to reward myself with jacuzzi and cigar because I made over $2 grand, man. It's a good day. The P&L keeps going up. And it's funny, you get loaded and you don't even need more money, but you're in that state of mind where you just can continue to attract wealth in everything you do. You know, like I'm going to win in everything I do because I believe I'm going to win. And I only believe I'm going to win because I know I put in the work. You know what I'm saying? I know I put in the work. I know I'm the best for the job. I know I have the skills. Therefore, the gain should come to me. You know, when you do hard work, then you truly believe you deserve. And when you believe you deserve, the universe bends. So hard work is almost a way to cheat code the universe to getting what you desire because you know you deserve it. You're like, listen, I did this more than anyone else. I was highly detailed. The gain shall come to me. Who are they coming to? Someone that doesn't pay attention? Someone that dreams it's okay and is out with their buddies all night drinking and then thinks they're going to open up the chart and nail it? No. Right? The gains come to the discipline. The gains come to the people that put the work first. Okay? I'm here day and night, 7 days a week, right? And I don't cry, I don't whine. There's money to be made out here. We're going to get it. Bitcoin's not stopping. This is crazy. Look, ding, ding, ding. Again, though, the catalysts that are created when you cross a 4-hour 200 moving average. We went over it on the live stream today. How long did it take you to get in that mindset? Was it the attitude only or the results of the wins or the persistence? I mean, it was all the things that won. It was just, I started just putting my head down and working out every day. I started that live stream, right? I just stopped living in fear. For years, I thought my businesses couldn't go. What if I leave and I don't get to make the same money that I made at my job? You know, what if it doesn't work? What if? And I built all these what ifs that didn't exist. Finally, one day I said, man, you've been living in the what if world for so long that I'm surrounded by fear. I said, man, I should just stop thinking what my brain's telling me because my brain hasn't got me too far. I said, I should just start doing and stop thinking. And at first I couldn't think too much because anytime I thought I would think myself out of it, double talk myself. And I said, man, I can't do this. I got to just keep going. You know, I got to push myself through these negative times. And I told myself, just think later, man. You know, and I started thinking less and just doing. Like I found these drones. I was going to start this drone company. I just started selling them. I didn't even know how I was going to sell them or what I was doing at first. I just started buying them. And like, then my wife was like, you have no idea what you're going to do. And I was like, yeah, but it's going to happen somehow. And she's like, but you don't have a clue. I was like, yeah, but I don't need a clue. I just need to have a belief that I got to start something. And she helped me put together. We sold them at these street fairs. If this is bullish, I just gave up on the fear, man. I just realized that I was going to die one day really sad that I didn't go after my dreams. And thank you for gifted memberships, man. You didn't have to do that on the weekly screen share. That's so cool. That's such a cool idea. I never thought of that. I don't think anyone's ever done that, man. I never got any like that on the weekly screen share. So that's super cool of you, man. Thank you. That's really, really awesome. This could still flag out and hit 116,000, everybody. I'd watch this closely. I paid the trader, but there's always seems to be more gains to be had. Hyperliquid doing damage. Man. All right. And, you know, it's funny. I show my portfolio because I want to show you guys that I never give up. I don't show my portfolio to brag. There could be bigger ones either. I'm not even trying to be a big shot with it. I can't believe that I've made it to the places I have in life. I remember looking at big whales and being like, oh, there's a guy. I'll never have a portfolio like that. So let's take a look. Altcoins took a nice bounce. Mexi token ripping up. SEI at 55,000. One of my biggest bags, really. 200K in Bitcoin. Ondo ripping. I still got Tether that I probably might dump in it might dump it in Deep Book. So here's the deal. These are my main coins. I hold Bitcoin big time. All right, you all know that. That's going to go off to an exchange, a hard wallet soon. I hold Mexi token because I've been with Mexi for a long time. They've got a solid business plan. It's been rocking. The Mexi token does well. You also get all of your fees off when you hold a lot of Mexi token, right? Look at Maker and Taker, 0.2%. Like, it's just SEI is one of my favorite plays because when Sol rips, Swee's going to rip, then people are going to look for a cheaper chain that's going to do something similar, and it's going to be Say. It's going to be waiting to gobble up institutional money. And I believe I can turn this 55 into at least a $250,000 and do a nice 5x from here, at least a 4x. Ondo. I believe Ondo can do a 5x from here. Hyperliquid. I'm just looking for that to turn into 60K, you know. But I started with a lot smaller, have been swing trading it, building this bag up too. Deep Book will follow Sui. I think I might add to Deep Book, but that's a big bag. I believe that can turn to 100 grand or more. I think it could 10x or 20x even. Near Protocol, connected to the U.S. government. Every time you see a government coins, it's Near, Cardano. It's in there. You know, there's going to be a Near ETF. I think Near's hot. Great team. Doesn't get talked about a lot, but it's under the radar right now. 14,000. I still have a huge bag. I believe Near could do really big things. Render, really big coin. It's kind of connected to gaming and DPIN in a way. And, you know, I like where it stands, and a lot of people like it. It had that huge run up to 15. I see it going to 20 back from this 3. There's a nice 7x sitting. Sui is one of the best chains in the game, right? It's super fast. It's basically the competitor, the next best thing to Sol, right? It has market cap room to grow. I really think Sol, Sui, and Say are just like a have to have in the bank in the portfolio. Doge, because I just love Doge, and I love how they did the Department of Government. You know, it's just amazing, man. Efficiency, it's just amazing, man. I keep a little ETH. I'll probably go stake it or do something with it. I just buy a little bit of ETH here and there. I have a lot more ETH other places. I do a lot of liquid staking. All right, I liquid stake like 40 grand worth of Ethereum now at this point on many different platforms. Renzo, Etherfi, Swell. And what you do is you get a liquid stake token, and then I stake that too as well. And yeah, and I have them both making gains on the protocol, all right? Fetch, I love Fetch for AI. AI is going to be huge again. There's going to be another AI run. It's not going to just quietly die down. There's going to be another AI run. It's going to be there's going to be movement, and Fetch is going to take that movement and rip. Wilder World is a gaming coin. I still think gaming comes back when we get a bigger move. TARS AI is AI again. It's got that AI in it. TARS Protocol. This is built by a Solana ecosystem or underneath them. And I just feel like if Solana is going to rip, this is going to rip underneath it. Had a nice little pump recently. AI Tech. This whole coin. If you know me, I made a really big gain on this coin back in the last rally, and then I've just been holding it ever since. Thought it was going to become like the big winner, and then it just dumped, and I've been holding it ever since, hoping that when the AI run comes back, it'll come back strong. Arkham. Just a solid coin. You can see what's happening on chain, right? And their use case. I could see them getting built into other things, people using them, APIing. I like Arkham. Virtual has a use case, right? And people create AI agents all over it, and it has a good team. And this thing is real. It's a real product. Nakamoto Games is one of the coins that's going to rip huge when gaming does rip. I keep XRP on all my exchanges. I just have XRP. But I have a bigger bag. I got into XRP 16 cents too back in the day. Still got some WIF. Still got some XCN, ENA, DGen, Vinecoin. I think Vine's going to rip. It's going to be the video for X. Yeah, it's going to be something. There's all this talk about integrating it, right? I like Relio. We went over that yesterday, and I even posted a whole thing about why I like Relio. And look out for the stuff here inside of the altcoin stuff. I'm starting to get way more altcoin heavy. If you notice, like I'm never going to give up on those swing trades for Bitcoin. I love lev trading Bitcoin. And it's funny, I didn't lev trade Bitcoin if you were in my group 3 years ago. I didn't have those skills. I gained the skills. I was a great trader though, so all I needed to do was just apply those same skills to trading. Like I knew how to trade. I've been swing trading. I knew when things were going to pump. I had high probability setups. I've been doing it for years. It was just time to show myself that I could do it on the big scale, on the lev trade side of things, you know? I took a shot at this DJI 6930. Maybe it comes back. It's sad. I thought it was going to be the one, man. But hey, little Cardano, API 13. And these are just kind of like old collections of coins that just kind of sit now that I'm just not going to panic sell, right? A little Peanut, Prop Space, Illuvium, Gearbox, Zeta Chain, Mana Network. Like they were hot when this, TokenFi, Pocket. This is all hot stuff, man. Maneki. There's some Link. I like this medieval empires buying on the low. Myro, Palm AI. Remember when we got Palm early, then it got to the exchanges, then it ripped. Sana was supposed to be huge too. And then the rest of this stuff is pretty much just kind of junk, in my humble opinion. Yeah. Orange I thought was going to be huge. That's crazy how bad that went down. Like that coin just collapsed to zero, right? It was like supposed to be the app for the BRC20. It was huge. We were pretty big in that stuff. Look at this thing. This coin, that's a rug pull. I mean, like I don't see that coming back. Not everything comes back. Look at that. That's just liquidity grab, right? So maybe, you never know, but. And again, you get into these narratives, you start thinking the ecosystems can grow, and then the whole market tanks, and people are like, what? What was that? Right? So I speculated, the last rally I speculated a little too wide. And now this rally, I'm like back to the bigger coins, It's easier to act your way into a new way of thinking than thinking your way into a new way of acting. That's interesting. Thank you for caring about us so much that you push us to work as hard as you do. This is the most I've ever been pushed to be great, and I'm in love with the process still in demo. I love you. I love that. That makes me so happy. Because I don't even know how I'm affecting everybody because I'm working so much all the time. I'm just in a whirlwind. But I just have to believe it's like people are, and I have to believe I'm pushing people to push themselves harder than they ever pushed. I hope so. Because we got to win, man. We got to win. We got to be the best group that ever existed on YouTube. And to do that, we have to work so hard. And we will reap the rewards, so why not? So why not? Why live a regular life when you can travel the world, see it all, and do whatever you dream of, So little coins are looking good. Love you too. Thank you for everything. You've changed my life. God bless. God bless you, man. You changed your own life, but I'm so happy to be a part of it. Just like I changed my life with Jim Rohn, but he changed my life, yes. He told me the things I needed to hear that got me to the next level. And I think it's really cool. I had a great mentor and a trading group. He never showed me one of his trades once in his life. I never saw one of his trades. He told me he made like $5,000 a day, a lot, 25 grand a day sometimes, but I never saw them. I'm not saying he was lying to me. I'm just telling you, I learned how to become great, and my mentor never showed you what I show you, what showed me what I show you. I wanted to take it to the next level of transparency. I wanted to see how much of a coach I could really be, and I wanted to show everyone that I'm the real deal. I really do it for a living. This is my real money, right? I'm trading this up. I want to make $100K off this. Turn this 25,000 into 100 grand. If I keep taking 2-3 grand a day, I mean, soon that'll be 30, then it'll be 40, then it'll be 50, right? If I'm not greedy and I keep doing my thing, I don't beat myself up, I stay in gratitude, I don't see why I won't continue to grow this money, you know? But I got to stay locked in. I got to stay locked in. I can't get greedy. I can't think I'm the best. I have to be constantly in a state of gratitude. These are all very important concepts to be able to nail it. Okay? Very important. Sam, because of you, 17 months ago, I stopped smoking completely, and I stopped drinking even though I only drank on the weekends like a social drinker. But I do none of that because of you, and I work out. Hey, God bless you, man. Hey, I don't drink either now, man, and it's such a great life. When I started the channel, I was still a social drinker when I first started the channel. Then people started believing in me. People started writing letters that they quit drugs because of me. People started saying that I had changed their lives. And then one day I went to sip something and I was like I had the class the next morning and I was like, I can't drink some wine tonight. Then more and more people started taking one-on-ones. People believed I was the one. You know, they really believed in me. And I said, I'm going to drink and show up even a little bit. I said, even a little bit. I said, man, God just gave me this huge opportunity to show up to everybody and to help people. I said, I can't. I said, the alcohol doesn't fit for this lifestyle. I said, for me to be the best I can be to these people, I can't have that in my life. You know, it was part of me telling God that I understood what he gave me. You understand? I said, God, wow, you gave me this huge opportunity to influence others. I can't be playing with the devil's sauce. You know, I can't be drinking something that's going to influence my mind, even 4 or 5 times a week. Imagine if I had a few drinks tonight and then I came on the weekly screen share, hey, everybody. And what if you saw me a little tipsy and you'd be like, is that guy tipsy? Anyway, I just, I knew I had to step up my lifestyle to become the leader of the trading group. Like God was like, okay, you designed this thing. You made this great lifestyle. Here you go. Now you got to be the man that you say you are because people look up to you now, Sam. And it's important that you actually live what you talk about. Someone said, I'm in the 99 for a year and I'm way past where I thought I would be as a trader. I believe that. You allow us a different perspective of seeing things that will allow us to do better. Thank you. I quit too. God bless you. And I'm not trying to put anyone down that has a couple beers and your life is great. It's okay. I'm just saying what happened to me. I'm not attacking anyone else's life. Love, linking, sobriety. Life is good. No more smashing guitars over people's heads. And I'm very sorry. I would love to have met you when you were at your wildest time in your life. You know what I mean? You got to tell me some stories when we meet, man. When we meet again. And my 6th month as a lifer, I am finally mentally ready to trade and manage to get some gains. God bless you, Sam. It takes time. I like that it took you 6 months to really procure yourself to get to where you needed to be. Trading isn't, oh, I'm ready to go now. It's you definitely work up to the moments where you believe you can make it happen. 100%. Yeah. It's called spirits for a reason. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And hold on, I'm going to go take 2 ibuprofen. I don't like to, but I'll be right back. I have to. It hurts so bad. We were on such a good run, man. Okay. All right. I was just messing with me and my wife were joking. I didn't really yell at her. I just wanted you guys to know. We actually don't argue. We like play argue as like a joke. I don't know if you guys see that. I'm like, we have a good life. All right. Look at that pump, dude. The second I walked away, this thing went out of control. It's crazy, right? I walked out of the room for 2 seconds. It's like, never do it take gains, secure them while they are there. I sold just now as well. Good for you, man. Praying for you to feel no pain. Thank you, sir. Still showing off. Hey, it's all good, man. I just sold just now. Good for you, brother. Sam, this is my first cycle. Can you tell us what to expect with alt season? Like, how has it played out in the past? I mean, in about a 40-month time, so much money is going to come at you so fast. In about a 40-day period. Usually it's like 40 days and it's just out of control. Wow, price action is nuts. When the 1 minute is, look, the 1 minute's giving me nothing. This thing is ripping. The daily candle now, 3 white soldiers. How does this daily candle not just rip up to 118 now? Right? Looks like they're just going to the small time frames are about to just get bent. And look, the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder to the upside, man. It's all there, right? We nailed this, man. We called this bottom. We saw the right shoulder before it happened. We said that this was a shoulder ahead. Remember? Man. I just look back on all my days of hard work, like the last since the 31st, the last 12 days of, like, I just busted my butt, man. Day in and day out, 10, 12 hours on and off in the markets, like waking up at 7, going to bed at 12, 1, coming back in at 4, checking on stuff, just relentless with this market. And, man, we took this, all I need, we found that uptrend. Once I found the uptrend, my strategy just starts playing out. The flags just start hitting 21, 200, boom, 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 right? And I love it because you never know what's going to happen, but you got to believe that it's going to happen, right? My favorite part of every day is Sam's live streams. Love the positivity and pure gratefulness you spread to everyone. Thank you. That's amazing that people like actually say their favorite part of the day is my stream. I feel real, very humbled by that. Very, very humbled. Wow, Bitcoin's just ripping. The 5 minute just doing damage on KCAX. Look, I should have just kept the trade right to the target. I felt if I just waited to 116, it was going to hit it. Measured move is coming. They're going to get it there somehow, some way. And if it gets to 116, why not 117? Kind of need to see that 30-second chart, right? I don't see how this doesn't take a beat down soon, though. Wow, the 1 minute is not even, the 1 hour is not even that far away from the 21. Remember, we started this, I wanted this to pump today. Remember, it all started with this. Pumped a little bit, came back down. And we got the breakout last night on the 15, but remember I said it stutter stepped. And they went sideways all day, and I said they might go sideways and then pump us tonight around 8 p.m. I remember saying that. Remember, that's what I said today. I said wait for us to get tight, and wow, they did it. The market spoke today. People want their Bitcoin, and they want it now. That looks like it's going to 116.8. The 1 hour looks like it's not going to stop. 15 minutes booming. We keep flagging out the 1 minute for you, right? And we keep catching these crazy pumps. I figured I was finally going to be over. That was crazy. Bring. So what you do now on the 1 minute, there's really nothing else you can do, is you start flagging out the one again, saying this would be its next move. It's good to have some Bitcoin spot. Of course it is. I came for the gainitis, but your life lesson stories, our unique perspectives, are what I have come to appreciate the most. Thank you. Never chasing green candles. I remember you said pump at 8 p.m. So crazy, man. Yeah, the way I chart, too, it can kind of tell you when it can give you a pretty good window, an hour and a half of when it's going to happen. You know. 117.1 incoming. I mean, this thing is mooning, guys. I sold early. I always sell early. You know what, though? I look back, I'm like, but you take profits, Sam. Of course, if you take profits regularly, you're going to sell early regularly. Because, like, you know, what are you going to sell the top every single time? No. So you're obviously going to sell somewhere close to the top, but maybe not the top. So you should sell pretty early if you're constantly taking profits. Manifesting that positive energy, man. Every time, everyone. You're in control. Nobody can make you upset or put you in a place you don't want to be in mentally. You're in control all the time. This is going to the target. That's basically what happened was it was a rising wedge. Broke out, came back for the retest, and then pumped off the retest. Measured move is the length of this pole here. Yeah, I mean, 116 looks so likely now. Wow, we're at 116 again, everyone. Congratulations. Book map shows 120 as big red now. Take no prisoners. Starting to build some liquidity down here we didn't see before. 113.7, 112.6. But man, 120,000 looks nice now. Look at this thing, strong. Oh, how I wish. I love being in the trade. I love moving the stock. Once you're out the trade, right, that rush is over, right? The rush of being in the trade. Something about having that position open and being in the game, man. Having a horse in that race. We're in like a price discovery type of vibe right now. You know what I mean? Bitcoin's bugging out. Some bear div there, but it could still make a little bull flag here on the 1 minute. Sam, thank you for teaching me to sell early. I used to round trip many of my trades. We all did, man. That's just like because you're in this state, you're new, so you've never had the feeling of a trade pumping. So it starts to pump and you get the euphoria. The euphoria takes over. You never had it before. You start bugging out. Next thing you know, you think you can get more. It dips a little bit, but you don't want to give it up because you think more can come. And then it gets closer and closer. Then it's at break even. And you're like, but I just had it. And you're like, but it's going to bounce. But then it goes below. Then you know what to do. Next thing you know, you sell for a loss, but you were up. Then you do that over and over again. Next thing you have a lost P&L, but you've actually made a bunch of trades that actually have gone up. Like you said, man, if I sold every one that was up, I'd actually have won this month. And you're like, what's wrong with me? You do that a few months over and over again. Then you think you're nuts. You start questioning your sanity. You start wondering if you're actually mentally ill, right? Yeah, I know. Because you're like, I can't seem to, like, I know what I'm doing. I see the charts. I know what's happening. I get in, I'm up green. I can't see. It's like I'm afraid of green. What am I, sick inside? I've been there, everyone. Like questioning who I am. Like, what is wrong with me? Trading can get in your head so bad that like, and you can't really tell anyone else. Like your girlfriend doesn't really know the struggle. Your wife doesn't know. Your friends aren't into trading like you are. And you got some people in the group, but you're embarrassed to let it out. So it's something you really keep inside because you don't want to tell anyone how messed up you are in the head. And trading gets you into this horrible place, man. And then you get sick inside. And you keep it to yourself. And some people never get out of that, man. They eventually, trading becomes this nasty thing they don't want to think about. Like a rolled up, crumbled piece of paper that they throw in the trash and like they never want to go look at it again. They crumble it up, they throw it away, and they move on. You know? Someone says, I only profit when I sell early. Took a while, feel good doing it. It used to make me more upset missing the big gains than the loss. Finally flipped that. Yeah, exactly. You got to change the way the mind works. Like today, I'm super grateful for the win. I know I sold a little early, but I can't do that. I got to focus on the win. Dear Lord, thank you for the win. And I'm going to do it right now to help myself. Dear Lord, thank you for the win I just received. I took risks today and I was able to make gains. Yesterday, this whole week, thank you for helping me lead my trading group, like to really educational wins. Like I know if they have used my strategies, dear Lord, they would have made money. I don't feel like a swindler. I know what I'm doing is true. I love what I do. I thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for taking gains. Thank you for teaching me not to be greedy. Help me continue to be habitually humble. Help me continue to stop being greedy. Help me to fight all of the devil's wants, wishes, and little whispers that make me think there could be something on that other side, because there is not. The goal is your life in love, to be like Jesus, to be like God, like Like, that's the goal. And help me stay pure as much as I can. Amen. Amen. I know the devil comes for me every night. I know the devil's always there, man. Like, help me stay pure all the time. Like, I know I need it. I'm a human. I make mistakes. I am weak. I pray for God's help and strength every day in my life. Amen. And I shouldn't say I'm weak. I know I'm strong, but I just know I'm human and I'm foul. I can fall. Help me always pick myself up and stay strong, right? I know I've been through the ins and outs of a trader. Like, I can feel you. I know what you've been through. I know where you've been. I've been there. I've been in almost all the positions. Now I've been in $1 million positions, $100,000 positions, $10,000 positions, $100 positions. I've traded $50 for $150. I've been just started with $500. It was so much money, and I got excited when I made $100. Like, I can still remember everything, man. Just got my Mexi spot tokens to get the discount. Smart move, man, I believe. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I like doing that. Yeah, Baudry, the guy's amazing. Shout out to Baudry. This is Baudry's night. I haven't made someone an elite trader in like 2-3 years. It's been a long time because I don't trust people. What happens is people will join the group. They'll gain an edge in the community. I'll put their name up in the billboard. They'll get this ego. They'll say, Sam made me, and then they'll get DMs, and they'll start DMing. They'll create like a side community, and then they'll try to basically take those people and run a group. Man, and it's happened a few times, so I got to be really wary when I spotlight someone that they're going to be loyal, that they have no plan on ripping us apart, and it's sad. It's kind of one of those things that just happens over time, right? But wow, this thing is not stopping, man. Bitcoin. Like, now I'm like getting FOMO. Hold up. This is it. I mean, that looks like it's going to go again. I kind of want to scalp it for fun. I just want to be like, why not, right? I'm low Armenian, man. I'm going nowhere. Hey. Amen. Thank you, life. We're grateful to be here. Yeah. What happens is people see how successful I am and they get greedy, man, and they get jealous. And no matter how hard they try to tell me they love me and thankful for all the things I've done for them, they bite the hand that feeds them, man. And you know what? It's like, once you deal with thousands and thousands of people and you're the one that got to rise through the top for whatever reason, however you got lucky, whatever it is, and I'll be honest, success isn't luck. You create that success. So you make it happen by curating the frequency. And you make that frequency from all the losses and the ups and downs in your life. It's like the universe speaks to you and it knows how much you've been beaten. And once it decides you've been beaten enough, like, it begins to feed, right? It's like you've been humbled enough to know that it can make you rich, because now it knows that you're not going to squander the wealth. You're not going to make other people feel small just because you made money. You're going to remember your humble times, because they're going to be so harsh that you're never going to forget them. And they're going to carry you through your big times where you don't act like a big shot and treat people like, you're the next thing since sliced bread. So your lowest times help you stay classy in your highest times. And then, you know what? And when you stay classy in your high times, you stay successful. So because you were humbled by your down times, you're actually able to achieve more success in your life. You understand? Make sense? It protects you from making the bad mistakes you would have made beforehand if you didn't understand how to handle wealth. No, people get crazy, right? They go out, they drink, they get bottles, they start telling them they're better than everybody else. They throw stuff on a waiter, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, they're in an argument, there's fighting, and then next thing you know, they're in some lawsuit for $100,000 because they were out of their mind. Man, people get too big for their britches and they make problems for themselves. I've seen it many times. And it's because they forget where they came from. They start thinking they're the coolest thing ever. It gets to their head. This is going to pump, it looks like, to 116.379. I didn't chase. I was about to just jump in there. I wanted to jump in right now. I wasn't quick enough. 230 for 435. It just didn't. It was 284. They came back down. Now it's there again. Oh man. And please don't. I love price action. I have to see this. I watch this stuff all the time. So by watching this stuff all the time, I was able to figure out like how we were going to pump out of this. See, I could see the flag here, or no one else could. I was like, man, that thing's gonna about to moon. I can just see things that most people can't. It's crazy. You can measure a man's character at his highest highs and lowest lows. Yeah. Jim is so ingrained in you, he speaks through you. He is. I made myself Jim Rohn. Like, I truly, like, I brainwashed myself into him. I don't think I listen to him more than maybe my own father. Over and over again. You know why? I love hearing him. Let's listen to like a couple minutes, like a minute of it. Just a minute. Just a minute of him will blow us away. Watch this. Watch what he says.
Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Because when you get better, when you act, when you improve through effort,
I love this man.
You don't have to say much at all.
You don't gotta say nothing.
Your results speak for you.
100K, baby.
They introduce you before you even arrive.
Crypto lifer.
That's why action will always outweigh words.
I keep moving.
Words can fill a room.
You can't stop.
But only action can fill your life with results.
Every single time.
And the good news, you don't need to announce it.
Never.
Just begin.
Look at me.
Because when you build with your hands,
Grinding.
with your time, with your decisions,
every time,
you're building something real.
Let's go.
And real.
What? I got a VPN.
Will always outlast noise. Every time you make a promise, you create a kind of invisible contract.
You do.
You've just declared to the world that something is going to happen.
I'm going to make it happen.
And now, the clock is ticking.
Tell yourself you're going to make $1 million.
If you follow
trading.
through, you pay off the contract, and people begin to trust you more.
Yeah.
But if you don't, the contract is broken, and trust is lost. That's the danger of overpromising. You think it makes you look ambitious, confident, maybe even inspiring. But in reality, it's digging a hole for you to climb out of. You're borrowing credibility from your future. And if you don't deliver, you'll be left with debt.
Unbelievable. Man, it's like magic, man. And when that's who you're listening to every day, that's where your thoughts and minds are, right? Like, it's like you're comparing yourself to the greatest. How could you not be great? Right? You're getting like coached by the best. How could you not be the best? This man figured it out. I know he figured it out because I know who he was and I saw his life. And I desired what Jim Rohn had. I desired this. I wanted to walk in a room and everyone knew that I was in control of my life. I wanted the way I dressed, the way I looked, the way I talked. You could just tell that I've been working on being in control for a long time. And that I had it. I had that sauce. You know, I saw men that had it growing up. I would notice them in restaurants and places. I just could tell when someone had been really working on their energy, man. You could just see it. They glowed. They ate well. They worked out. Like, there's a reason. They happened to look good because of how they lived, you know? It was all part of how they, it was a part of a lifestyle. So important. Right? So important. Anyway, let's kind of go back here to the weekly candle. Let's talk about what's happening. But remember I said that this weekly candle had to be green? It just had to be. I said we can't have a green, a red. And then I even said we could probably open up a long right there on the weekly and just let it go. Remember when the weekly was red? And I said we just need this little wick to turn back up and we can take a little wick and we can be gone. Now this is closing above 114,000. That's where these two candles closed. That's a now we're back above support. Weekly support is now 114K. Now we do have to close the candle above it to solidify that, and we may head all the way to 117,000. Once we close this candle looks like it's going to head to 117K. I don't see what's going to stop it. And once it hits 117, it's going to 119.5, and then we're very close to the biggest weekly candle in the history of Bitcoin yet again. Let's go over the sad scenario that this could possibly be a right shoulder. It's unlikely, right? ETFs coming, big institutions buying, alt season coming, rate hike. It's all going, right? But what if they didn't? What if they don't cut the rate? What if something crazy happens? What if there's a black swan? What if someone that we know, you know what I mean? I don't even want to say it because there's one thing I would not, I just know could, but bang. Wow, we're about to hit 116, everyone. This thing is relentless. They're not stopping this puppy. Every time it looks like it's going to roll over, they do something crazy. That was nuts because that looked like it was done and then it was bing. Sometimes you can't even do nothing about that. So this is our bear scenario. It's possible. Keep it in your back pocket because everyone else is going to be overly euphoric. And we just want to be in the middle all the time. Like I'm super euphoric right now. Huge candle. Nice pump tonight. We called it. Everything going our way. But we have to stay humble. We have to remember that it's just a win in our data set. The old me be screaming, even a year out, whoa, baby. I used to get a little more excited. Now I'm a little more reserved because a win is a win. And I'm winning a lot too. So the winning starts to you're like, all right, I'm happy with these. And I'm grateful. I don't want to be rude. I'm very, very grateful. Hidden bullish divergence. We came to a 618. If you take this wick, we came to the 618. This swung up while the weekly swung down. We had what's called hidden bullish divergence. The RSI was swinging down while price was swinging to a higher high, oversold, bang, 107. So I called 84,000 as the bottom. Pretty sure we called that bottom. I called this bottom too. Yeah, on that Saturday. And I definitely called this bottom. Unbelievable. This one was a lot more obvious for me to find. I've been working on them. Anyway, so beautiful. So the weekly candle looks absolutely great. If it closes like this, we're great. It could even wick back down and close 114.7. As long as it stays above 114,000 now, I'm super bullish. And it looks like it will plow all the way to 117. I don't think anything can stop it, but we are getting away from the 21. Now, look, we touched the 21-day moving average on the weekly, and it could keep coming up. What I'd like to see, personally, most bullish thing is something like this. We rip all the way up. We get rejected by 120 because this is what we'll see, right? It'll come back down, right? And then all the bears will say it's a double top, and they'll say we're done. And they will all short the heck out of it. Then as it comes down, they'll add to their shorts. They'll move their stop losses into profits, into positions. Some of them will be in profit. And then bounce, tightness. They might wick it one more time and then gone. And they're going to eat those shorts alive that they create on the double top. So I see that. And then what it's really going to be is a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder that breaks to the upside, right? The stochastics are getting low, so they're telling me one more little push up, then they could kind of go down again and then curve, and that's going to be perfect. So I like it. It's starting to draw I've been projecting this for a long time. 116K. Bitcoin did it. It just tapped it. What a move. Shout out to anyone that took that trade. I would have made, $3,000, right? Let's do the math. I hate doing the math, but I got in at 114.3. So $1,000 was $1,500 to me, and went up another $600. So I would have made roughly probably another 1,000. Would that have made or break my entire life? No. Another $1,000 would be great, but so cool. Not too bad. And look, that ETH rate's still open. It's crazy. I won't close it till I win it. Never. There has to be a dump at one point. This was too crazy. So the weekly looks good. And you know what? I'm out of the trade too right now. I'm not chasing. I'm not stressing. I'm out. I'm free. I know I'm going to go to bed tonight without that crazy feeling of what if? 5-day bullish engulfing candle looks money. 3-day chart had clearly broken out of the falling wedge. That wasn't even a question. This red candle played games. We got the bullish retest on the daily. That candle was green, and boom, we got the massive pump. Today was awesome. Today was this afternoon, Thursday afternoon, we got the bang. It's crazy. And then here we are on the daily. And shout out to anyone that stuck with us. The resistance at 114, right? The ascending triangle. Right like this. See, The shoulder, the head, the right shoulder that was supposed to break out to 117, 118K to the point of control, the gap in the VRVP, the falling wedge that breaks to the upside, right? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Man, I love you, technical analysis. You made me look like a genius. Unbelievable. When you get above the 200 moving average, I tell you fireworks are coming. Fireworks were coming. When we get above the 12-hour, big pump. Even that one candle close, you can open up a trade right there with a stop on the other side. I did that here. I was underwater, but I never got stopped out. And when we pumped up here, I closed, I think I closed one of these. Oh, I got in this one. We dumped back down. When this one ripped, I sold that one there. But I love using the 200 moving average. Wow, look at that. Just got above. Right now, you could open up a trade here with a stop below the 200. I don't like the 21's lagging a little bit, but still, I've seen it play out. 8-hour above the 200, 4-hour. Today, I told you to open the trade right there because we've got that. Once we did the crazy wick, I even opened the trade here, but then the crazy wick, I figured to get back in again. In this crazy wick, I had already gotten in somewhere in here, so when it came down, I got stopped out of break even. Actually, no, I got stopped out on profits. 276 on one trade and like $100 on another one. I showed it to you guys, and then bang. And then once it settled and closed, I took the long. I got back in the wacky long. The 21's too far from the 4-hour time frame. So I just don't see how we're going to sustainably continue to pump here. I see us flagging out on the 4-hour and then making another big move. We could continue to pump all the way up to 117K. Wow, we're ripping, guys. 116.2 now? Why Bitcoin? Why do I still get that feeling of like I could have got more when I'm such, even me who prays full of gratitude, and I still get the greed, man. It still bothers me like I should have made more money. I'm like, it's like a human condition that we can't get rid of. We can only control. It comes at us over and over again. It's like we're so weak for some reason in some ways. For that, like, oh, we could have, should have had more. I mean, this is such a crazy pump. I don't see how it's sustainable. But 3 white soldiers on the 1-hour time frame, massive moves. I'm looking for a flag at one point. Again, the 1 minute crossing the 200 moving average on 114.385 was my signal right there was a buy at 5 o'clock. Bang. It's crazy how well you can use. Once the momentum's in your favor on the daily, you can trade the 1 minute 200 moving average over and over again. When the momentum's sketchy and you're in a choppy thing on the bigger time frames, you can get chopped up on it. Remember, there was 2 weeks back, we were in heavy chop, right? My strategies weren't playing out perfectly. They were like, it's like we couldn't get a flag to rip. It was crazy. I started questioning my sanity. You know what I mean? And I just stuck to my stuff. I realized we were in chop. I slowed it down, and then we're back to the conveyor belt gains system again, right? We have to flag out the 1 minute. There's just no other. All the other time frames look like they could continue to pump here all the way to 117,000. This may just continue to rip. I have to say. It makes me wonder if it go to 120. Dang. Wow. Everything's pumping. Sealer pumping, Pendle pumping, right? Sui pad, right? Whatever. All coins are going to start catching the wind of this move here. Wow, this is crazy. Some institutions like, damn, if I don't buy now, they're going to buy. It's the sailor effect, right? That scarcity. Wow, 116. Every time Bitcoin goes up, we make more money from our long-term Bitcoin holds, man. This is awesome. Greed got me when I was up 90 on MX short and got wrecked. Learned lesson. Damn, man, you were up huge. Why? Hey, at least you learned a lesson. I like that. Hey, you pay for these lessons. Yeah, Biddy ate all the liquidity at 116. I know it ate it all. Jim is awesome. Listen while I walk my dog for 3 miles. Hey, see, everyone is getting on the right wavelength. I made so much money with my first record deal. 20 years old, blew it all. Typical kid. Thought it would just keep flowing. Second deal, I saved and bought a house. That's awesome, man. You made money on record deals. Like, you're a true legend, dude. That's awesome. Let's take a look at total 3. And we do the macro tomorrow on Friday afternoon. Oh, my God, it broke out. That means Soul's gone. Oh, yep, there's the breakout. Total peaked. But it's always going to be a little bit. That's the beginning of alt season. Like, I mean, the load up period was here and here. When we crossed the 200 moving average, that was the time to start buying altcoins. Heavy. You see? And now, boom, we're going to start getting paid. Sammy, I bought the bot, already in another trade. The bot is insane. Probably you are already in another trade. Yeah, it did. It opened up another one already, I believe. Let me see. Sorry, I was with my business account. My name is Bruno Daniello. I know Bruno. Bruno, what's up? God bless you, Bruno. Thank you, man. Thank you for buying the bot. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Yeah, I did get an alert that the bot opened up another long right there. See? All right. Sorry, I'm with my, yeah. You got me. I was up. Dang. And look, everyone, I found my next house. This is it. Look at this thing. It's going to have like the little seating area inside the pool. I'm going to be in there chilling, looking out over the water. I'm going to be able to go right onto the boat. This is it, man. This is my dream house right here. This is it. You got to dream big, man. Why not? Why not? Look at the bathroom, man. All marble. Look at the walk-in closet. Ridiculous. This house is ridiculous. The pool is ridiculous. Like the outside bar, like the whole thing is just... It's a little hangout area with the dining room table, outdoor seating. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? I still got so much work to do. I streamed 1,700 days and I can't even come close to buying this house. You know what I mean? Not even close. Like, I'm not even close to even coming close to buying that house. But I believe somehow, some way it can happen, man. What a party we'll have there, right? What a party I'll throw. I'll get security. We'll have an amazing party, man. That's my house, by the way. I was going to, hey, man, may the best man win. Hey, at least let me over if you win, all right? But dang, right? So this is what I do, man. And, you know, whenever I'm chilling in the middle of my day, I'm like, look at that place. It's got its own island, really, right? It's its own island. See that? It's its own little island. Like, stay away. Like, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Closer than you know. I believe it. I believe it, man. You're close. It seems so far away, everyone. You know? So happy I found you, Sam. God bless. God bless you, man. But we're getting there, man. We're getting there. We're going to get there. That's just near my house, too, not far away. CME, I say they double cut. They keep going back and forth. I say a double cut's coming. Just the way I think it through. And as I kind of do the chess match in my brain, but no guarantees. We'll see. Right? Wait till your bag of alts take off, right? Those bag of alts take off, I'll have the down payment, right? But even then, I think this house is, let me see how much it is. It's my Kinesis account. It's 18.5. So like that means I need like 100 mil, right? To buy an $18 million home, I'm going to need 100 mil. You know what I'm saying? It's only on 1.4 acres. It's kind of crazy. Like you pay that much money and you don't even have like sprawling. I thought 18 acres, you'd have like the horse farm, 18 mil, you'd have it all, right? Like there are places like in Massachusetts, you buy 18 mil, you're going to have like rolling hills and like views of the water. Right? If your dreams aren't big enough, if your dreams don't make people laugh at you, they're just not big enough, my friends. They're just not big enough. They're just not. That 3 days getting ready for the move. Once we get up here, that's going to be the end of this first leg. So the leg went from here to there the first time, all right, from about 696 million to 948. Again, then we went on a cycle, a stochastics RSI cycle from the low to the high. We started at 800 and we went all the way to 1.1. And so here we'll start here, and you know if we're on them, there's three rallies we could have. The biggest being like a straight up, just absolute assault, right? Just like altcoin assault, which it looks like could be the move. And we end up all the way at 1.73 trillion somewhere by November 18th. But then there's going to have to be either sideways or a pullback at that point. So we're going to get a rally. It's going to be quick. They're faster than you realize. I want you to understand this. My thing is this. Do we sell here and then do they like play games and Bitcoin blow off tops, or is this that extended rally, and do we start going sideways? The way everyone's showing this, like, how could that just be the rally? If that's all we get, then how is it altcoin season? Like, and so that tells me we can get to, but that's November of 2026. You know what I mean? So we would have to get like a smaller consolidation of some type that is quicker, and then altcoins rip again. But even then, like that's your blow off top for altcoins at $2 trillion. Like that, they get to $2 trillion. Wow, that's the highest altcoins have ever been in history. Altcoins have never been this high. You see what I'm saying? We're at the all-time high for altcoins, and most of it because the big boys took the money. You know, Solana, AVAX, right? SCI, SWE, they have all the money. The top like 10 or 30 coins, altcoins have all the money in it. Man, that $18 million house. There's just got to be a way. You know, I'm going to put some investment in there and I'm going to like 100x some type of like private placement or something, man. I work on 14 acres in Oysterville. Oysterville, and that's in Massachusetts, right? Yeah. I'm going for a garage that big with a single bedroom. That's funny, man. I desire to be a whole corner. Then you'll get there. Just keep going till you get there, man. Just keep going till you get there. You'll get there. So this is starting to plan out pretty nicely, right? And if you load it up, I showed you I never sold. I showed you I bought more. I bought 50 grand worth of say, right? So you're telling me there's a chance. There's always a chance, baby, when you're with the lifer. Oh, we got another trade open I forgot about. Oh yeah, just another one. How's it been an hour? Screen share's flying. We got that NASDAQ trade open. I'm looking to make 5K when this thing goes to a new all-time high. And I could see that thing, it ripped just like Bitcoin. It pumped just like Bitcoin. You know, off the same flag, you see? Boom. Just like BTC. Things are going our way for risk on assets right now. Things are going our way. This is starting to set up like this weekend could be alt season. Now, the daily's starting to get away from the 21. Remember that. Like, every time you get this distance, you're going to come back to the 21-day moving average. So we may get an insane blow off or something. I don't know. It looks like we either get resistance here or we get a massive move up. But then there's going to be a massive move down. There's so much good volatility headed our way. So excited. So let's go over what's happening tonight. Let me finish my top-down analysis. My head's like a little scattered with all this stuff going on. I got to bring myself back to focus here. Okay. We got through that resistance. That was a pain in the butt at 113K. And then we got above 114,000, really 115,000 now. That now should be our support, right? We should hold above 115K at this point. We should hold above the 4-hour 200 moving average. See, our next resistance is 117,000. So we might pump up a little more. I'm basically looking for the 4-hour to make a flag. My next big trade is when the 21 touches the 4-hour time frame. Preferably tomorrow night, right? It says somewhere by Saturday. Let's see. Saturday the 13th, 4, 8 a.m., 12. It's setting Friday 8 p.m. Somewhere in Saturday afternoon, we could be pumping Saturday night on the 4-hour time frame for a massive pump. Again, Monday is going to be tough, right, if we pump on the weekend. But whatever, I'm being preemptive now. But wow, 116,000, we did it yet again. So I see this in the bigger time frames. That's what I would focus on right now. We may flush all the way up to 117, 2 or something. But you're chasing a crazy green pump at that point, right? Let me go to the smaller time frames now and see what we got cooking there. So the 4 hours says we have to, we should wait out for better price. That 1 hour candle did eventually come down. I mean, the 1 minute. And this is probably a little high too. I do the same thing on the 1 hour. So I'd have a flag open on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. It looks like maybe even by tomorrow, 8 hours from now, this thing could be ready for another pump. Once we're in that bull run, it's like something's brewing right now. You can feel it. We made it through some nasty downtrend. And now whoever stayed in the game is still here. A lot of people got shook out of this, and they're not here no more. Sorry to say. They'll run back into the trading group at the worst time. The people that leave the trading group are the people I need to stay more than ever. They're the people that need the help the most. They're the people that are distraught, emotional, get in their head, think Sam's full of this, or someone tells them something about me, or they watch me do one thing, and he's a leverage trader now. He don't care about me, and they get in their head and they decide to go with the doubt, and they disappear, man. And I can't save them at that point, right? I can't do nothing. I can't do anything for them if they don't believe in themselves. It's gone. And then what happens is those people come back around, believe in themselves again, and when they finally reconnect with me and they're like, yeah, you're right, Sam was never that guy. I don't know what I was thinking. It's the end of the bull run, and they join the group, and they start, and then they go through that cycle again, and then it takes them 2 years to finally come back and be a lifer. I've seen this many times, so you might as well just do it right the first time. But it's sad. The people that I lose are the people that I'm looking to help the most. The people that stay are the people on the right path, right? You can't help everybody, no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you work, no matter how many hours you give. You can't help everybody. Congrats if you took this pump with me. I saw it. We nailed it. You could even have traded on the 1 hour there on that flag. 21-day moving average. All my stuff is spot on. Low stochastics, 21 touching. I set this fat trade up, took my daughter to softball. I just knew that if I didn't set the trade up, I was going to miss something. I'm sitting there staring at the screen, and my wife doesn't understand sometimes. I'm not really making a trade. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. And I'm like, she's like, you haven't done anything. Come play with the kids and come do this, come do that. I'm like, babe, I'm honing in right now. And I'm just like, I'm working through it. And sometimes I am looking at Twitter while I'm honing in, and I'm looking at it. And she's like, I just walked in. You're looking at Twitter. You're not even working. And I was like, but I'm watching the charts, babe. Like, I'm in it. Like, I'm waiting for these. I'm subtly checking out on the fly. Like, something's going to come to me in a second, but I have to be here. And some days I can't explain that. Like, you just got to be in the charts. Some days I'm just sitting here. It's dry. I'm like, dude, you're out of your mind. You're probably going to stop out. Like, this pump, I didn't know it was going to pump. They could have easily stopped us out. And I'm like, man, a hunch. I was over trading again. It's like whatever it was. But I said, man, they're making that too tight. The moving averages are looking too good. We're above all. I said, man, my subconscious. So I basically let my subconscious mind take in the information. Eventually, it's going to tell me when to trade. I listened to something today, Jim Rohn. He talked about the subconscious mind. He talked about people that play instruments and how when they first start, they have to think about it. By the end, they can have a conversation and play Mozart because their subconscious mind has been trained to do it so well, they don't have to use their conscious mind anymore. Their subconscious mind has it on replay. And I thought about my live stream. I could be dead tired, not even know what's going on. I throw that suit on. I throw that jacket on. I hear my voice on that mic. I see the charts, and I know, man, I'm Tom Brady. Like, I'm in my element. Like, I'm going to nail it. I'm going to see the market exact. I'm going to be able to find my way, and I'm like, man, my subconscious mind takes over. And today, I just let it run. So now all I do is I press record on that stream, and I let my mind just go. I don't even know what happens anymore. I just know it's going to do what it does. Then the stream ends, and I come out of the blackout. I become Sam Price again. I look at my wife. She makes me some eggs, and I do this every day. I go through this transition where I become the crypto lifer for 2 hours straight. It's crazy. It's like going into a portal or something. I don't know what's going on. But I've got it locked in now, and I've got it. This is like herbs you can get from Thailand. Just opens up. It's like eucalyptus, and I can tell you exactly what's in it, but I should know too, right? But compound herb inhaler. My buddy sent them from Thailand. You can get them on Amazon, I believe. Just look for this brand. I don't really know what it says, but just type in, I think, herb compound, and you'll find this one. It'll look just like this. Opens you up immediately. It feels great. Like it gets a little addicting. It can burn your eyes. You pull in so much that like it goes up into your eyeballs. Oh. But it opens you up. Anyway, I never did that before. This summer, my buddy bought me one of those. I was like, what are you doing there, man? He's like, check this out, bro. I'm like, cool, man. I got so many cool friends from back in the day, because I was like a hippie back in the day. So all my old hippie friends still bring me cool stuff. They're like, you're the lifer, man. Sam, you became the lifer. The coolest thing about doing something cool with your life is hanging out with your old friends and like having something to show for it. Like I love when I hang out with my friends now. I'm like, I take you to dinner, man. What you want? What steak you want, man? Where you want to go, bro? I'll take you wherever you want. You're with the lifer now, man. Let me cater to you, bro. It's like I made something of myself. It's so cool to go back to my friends that I grew up with, and they're proud of me, man. They're like, Sam, man, I can't believe what you did, bro. And I'm not waiting to get patted on the back, and but it is that. I'll tell you one thing, man. Meeting your old friends, seeing people that watch you grind for the last 4 or 5 years, and seeing them, they saw you got somewhere. Because like people that didn't know you, that's awesome too. It's even cooler. But like when someone knew you, it's like, because I asked my brother, I'm like, what's it like that now that I'm like a YouTube personality? Like, is it? Like, it's awesome, bro. Like, I watched you blow up, man. You're doing great, man. I'm so proud of you, bro. That's the coolest feeling ever, everyone. So you work hard. You don't even think about those times. No one really calls you. You got 1 subscriber, 10 subscribers. Then one day you're kind of like a big deal, man. And you're like, dude, I did something with my life. And it's not about bragging. You're just so proud, man. You did something. A lot of my close friends texted me when I hit 100K. They found out. They watched the channel. I didn't even know they were paying attention. And they were like, so proud of you, man. I saw you hit that 100K. I know how hard you worked. I know how much that meant to you. They said, I just want to be remembered, man. I just want to like let people know that when they read about my life, that they can do something great. I sit at Wikipedia at school, sit at Wikipedia on my phone, and I just read about people that fascinated me. Hard workers, Niels Bohr, like physicists, people that wrote novel after novel, Mark Twain, like these people in history. There was billions of people, but we only remember like a few thousand. Think about it. Billions and billions of people. But what makes someone remembered, man? Why do we remember Mark Twain? Why do we remember, Isaac Newton? Like, why do we remember Nikola Tesla? Like, because they were relentless. We remember people that were relentless. They worked so hard at their craft. They left an outstanding, like we know who they are to this day. They outworked so many people that we have to know them. There's no other way, right? I desire that. I desire that so bad. I don't want to die, I don't want to be gone. But when I am gone, I want to know that you can read about me. And that I was worth something. I did something, man. Of the billions of people, I stood out. Like, that's what I'm chasing. Or that's what I am creating. I am doing it. I am making this happen. Right? And we owe it to the human race to make it amazing. Every great person that was relentless made the human race better. Think about all the inventions Nikola Tesla created that we now still use to this day. All the inventions that all these amazing people made, they've changed all of our lives forever because they were relentless. They could have went to the bar and drank. They could have forgot about themselves. They could have been like the billions of everyone else that said, oh, well, or been regular, but they weren't. They did something different, and now we know them. Hundreds of years later, people are remembering them. Maybe I'll never get that close, but I'm going to do everything in my power to attempt to get that far. And at least be good at the best at what I do. And that's what this is all about, everyone. The channel, the screen share, the relentless chasing of Bitcoin, the trades tonight. It's the constant, desire to be remembered when I die. To not just be like everybody else, but to leave a story. I don't even like the word legacy. I remember when like Mike Tyson, man, what a legacy. I'm going to die anyway. Who gives a damn? What kind of... But man, I got inspired by people. I read their life stories and they inspired me. Jack Johnson, I never met him. The famous boxer, the big black dude who changed boxing. They tried to arrest him for dating white women and they did all sorts of stuff to him because he didn't conform. But he was relentless at what he did. Roddy Mullen, relentless at Tony Hawk, relentless. Kobe Bryant, relentless. Michael Jordan, relentless. Tom Brady, relentless. Derek Jeter, relentless. These people were relentless, man. They didn't stop. They had discipline. They never let things get in the way. There wasn't a girlfriend that messed it up. There wasn't, they didn't let their friend, they didn't go in the car and get arrested because their buddy was doing it. They stayed disciplined. They made millions of dollars and they didn't go out and do, drugs all night. And some of them did, I guess, right? But not all of them, Joan Amos. But, hey, Party Joe over there, No, but I'm just, you know what I mean? He still showed up to every game, nailed it. Some people say he was like hung over half the games. Anyway, but the point is, the people that we do remember that were great, they were relentless. And so there's no other way to be if you want to become great, but to be relentless. Again, we go over TA all day long, 7 days a week. We go over coins. I talk about stuff. I've been giving you altcoins. At least in this weekly screen share, I want to talk to you. And I want you to feel that excitement that something big's coming to you. And you're meant for something huge. And there's just no other option for your life but for something big to happen to it. And this is just the beginning. If I changed my life and got where I'm at today, there's no reason anyone in the world can't. I did have great parents. I did. And I did get good support. And I had a lot of love in my life. And I know not everybody has both their parents. And I know not everyone had what I had. And my dad even said to me, he said, you have no reason not to be successful. You get 3 meals a day. You get everything you need. You know, house is squared away. You look good. You have all the clothes you need. My dad used to say, there's no reason you shouldn't make it, man. When I messed up, when I got arrested, when I was always, when I was not doing good with my life, my dad would look at me and say, like, why? Like, I can get into other dynamics behind, like, the struggles that I had. Because I didn't always get everything either. There was some flaws in the parenting I got. And I wasn't always taught discipline. And I didn't see things in the right perspective. And I could explain that all at another time, maybe in a book. I'm not going to get into my whole childhood right now, my dad life, but I had things I had to overcome that weren't so easy and weren't so sweet, that helped me help others. I'm looking for the 1 hour to make a flag. Maybe it just continues in a rip tonight, but that's just unlikely for my strategy. We pump, we consolidate. We pump, we consolidate. This was a crazy consolidation. I stuck with it. We nailed it. I'm still amazed. From that, remember that 15-minute flag that night? And when that was in the money, and I did sell in profit. Anyway, I'm still amazed. I didn't know we were going to have a screen share. We were going to pump into the screen share. This has been awesome. It happened like storybook day, another storybook day for a trading group leader. I mean, thank you, God. Hyperliquid at 56, Sol at 228. All the coins we're telling you, AVAX, all the setups I gave you in the green. XRP, even ETH, Pendle, you name it. And these are the hot coins they like right now. They don't like it. Funny, they got bearish signals on XRP for whatever reason. Or actually, at 818, those signals have changed. They're bullish on World Liberty Finance. All right, just saying. Saros is another one that might do some damage. Let's take a look here. I like to look at their moonshots. Some of them are good. Some of them are all right. Stonks, Griffane. I remember Griffane back in the day. Is that going to come back? Swarms was hot. Puffer Finance was on my radar back in the day. Go take a look at these. Their moonshots are okay. I don't think they're amazing. Jelly. So they made 17% on our moonshot. You know what I mean? Vine, they made 241. They made 830 on Soon. Soon was hot. We found Soon off the bounce using TA, right? Neat, Mobi AI. I do like Mobi AI. I think that could do well. I don't like talking about it. Zora could have done way better. All right, so they get some things. DeFi Tuna. Interesting. Quantix AI keeps coming up. Meme Core keeps coming up too. Conscious Token. That looks cool. Mimbo Game Group. I like this Conscious Token. Conscious? It's funny that I used to just scan. I found Tron one day. I saw the movie. Right? I'm going through alts and I see Tron. I'm like, oh, that movie was awesome. I'm like, that's awesome. I'm like, let me check this out. And like, then I'm buying Tron, It's just funny. Like, it got me in this, sometimes just looking at the names I've done. It's so crazy. I obviously do my research after that, but it gets me started, Well, the weightings are so small today. Usually there's more ratings. Oh, let's go to the top. And these are trending tokens. MyAx is trending. Mantle is trending. Doge is trending. So all these coins are trending right now. Bitcoin's trending. Logic Net, DeFi Tuna. So Tuna. And think about it. DeFi is going to rip. I could see DeFi Tuna doing something crazy. I post this to the token metric section inside of the Discord. All right, just so you know. So I show you my whole portfolio. I show you that I never sold a dang thing. So I'm not like, oh, I'm holding everybody, and then I'm like panic selling behind your back. I guarantee there's people that run groups that do that. I show you and the sad thing is, you know why they do that? Because God forbid the market doesn't go how they think, but they'll let you take the risk. And then if it dumps, right, they'll panic sell behind your back. I'll show you that I go down and lose millions of dollars. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to go down with the ship. Like, I'm in, because that's the only way to win is to be all in or not. Like, you can't play halfway. I've learned that the hard way. I've just learned that the hard way. You either DCA and have a long-term plan that you're going to be able to stay in, because they're going to try to flush you out, and they're going to mess with your emotions, and there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. It's not going to be easy. I know it now. I've been through many, many cycles. I'm stone cold, but it took me a long time to get here. The Weeks token's interesting too. That could do damage like the MaxC token. They're going to work their butt off to keep that token hot, you know. And that's the business. So if they keep the business going, that token should be strong. Kinetic K-Hype. I would be paying attention to that. $61 million market cap. Polycule, PQ. I'd look at that. Again, you have like hours of work to go through all these coins. I can go through them too. We're going to go through them together. The elite will pick up on them. I'll go through them. Sahara AI had a big pump, remember? And then it like was quiet when the market changed. Resolve Bugs coin. Gains, Kodak. Alia AI, AGT. That kind of has Yodel Esports. Per was hot when Hyperliquid was hot. I could see it coming back. Dino. Zero Delta. Interesting. Velvet. Someone wanted me to look up Velvet, remember? On the live stream today. So what I do is, in my free time, I'm spending hours clicking on these, looking at them. Right? Chainbase was so hot. Remember that coin? And then what I also do is then I reference the exchange tokens that are hitting the exchange. Like here, let me see here. I got this bot. AI alerts, exchange announcements. And then you start seeing when they hit. So you'll see one of these on token, and then you look, Tether Gold has been listed on Kraken. Axion has been listed on Kraken. Metricoin, useless coin, has been listed on Ping Pong has been listed on MEXC. The hell is Ping Pong, right? Pump Not Fund been listed on Binance. Pump Not Fund was the hot coin pump, then dump. Now you think it's probably, Skycoin, OK Futures, Skycoin, OKX, Jack Russell on MEXC, right? Push the button on MEXC, Lizard the token on MEXC, Sentiment Network, SAN, Super DAP, Floki Fork, right? Crazy, right? Digman Rabbit. Anyway, so Charlie, you just keep going through it all. Linnea just came out strong on multiple exchanges. That's got to bring, when a coin hits multiple exchanges, it brings in liquidity. And Linnea was also trending. Wow, to see it at the bottom, interesting. So this is something I would watch, like the 5. If it gets above the 5-minute 200 and makes a flag, then you could say, wow, it might be beginning its bottom here. Kind of has an Adam and Eve. You see it? Adam, Eve. Man, I'm not about just chasing stuff, and I'll look for flags. And again, it looks like it's Bitcoin season and the big boys right now. Then that money's going to trickle down into the small caps, low caps. There still will be some crazy pumps out of nowhere, but it won't be the majority of the coins moving together, right? So tonight, I would basically watch price action go sideways. I feel like we got most of the pump. I think it's going to get quieter tonight, and we would chill. We did PPI and CPI amazingly this week. It actually played in our favor for the first time. I played them both and made gains. It was a great week. It was one of my best weeks of trading, I feel like, just clarity-wise. I just was navigating it absolutely perfectly. So Shout out to anyone that did that with me. Look out for the elite traders. They're doing great. There's a lot of stuff in there. I'm posting a lot. Don't get overwhelmed. Read chart. Pay attention. And I don't know. Tonight looks like, I feel like we got the most out of the night, and it's going to cool off for the rest of the night. I could be wrong, but that's what I see happening. I say the 1 hour comes back to the 21. You know, it might even be a more vicious dump. And then we reset for our next pump. Looks like tomorrow afternoon could be fun for some big gains. I'm going to step on out for the night, everyone. Thank you so much for this screen share. I believe in you guys. I know you can make it if you push yourselves. This is about you. Investing that $99 is a big deal for you. It was a big deal for when I did it. But you know what? It told me that there was a dream. It kept the dream alive. When I wasn't in the trading group, I was just Sam at work, you know, with my little trades. Once I had that trading group, I had a mentor. I had a dream. I had someone every week that I could talk, that I could come back to. My mentor did a weekly screen share like I do. He never missed. I work as hard as he did. He showed me how to keep it moving. God rest his soul. He passed away at the beginning of last year. I miss him so much. I used to be able to talk to him, DM him. And all I can do is carry the torch now and do what he did for me, for all of you. All right? And not let the wealth and the success I have take me out, and realize that is something that could take me out. I need to stay humble. And I appreciate all of you for being there for me. Everyone, I love you. Thank you so much. Let me just jump on into the chat. I didn't get to look at it too much. I don't want to make it like a ticker fest, you know. I can't make it with my money rich and my money me. Hell, that's funny. Let's see. Someone says, happened to me. I copy traded you the first time I watched your YouTube stream in March. I was quite mad. I had no idea about trading. I went in blindly, got liquidated. I blame you. Well, you're funny, man. Shout out to you in Tampa, man. If you have any issues like that, just give us your user ID for wherever you're at, and we work our best to get things solved as fast as we can. So. All right, everyone, I love you. I'm out of here. My foot is killing me. It doesn't hurt anymore because the painkillers popped in now, but now I can be worried how I move it because I don't want to like hurt it, you know. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. You can, you will, you are the best. Thank you for everything you've ever done for me. I'll continue to do everything I can for you. See you tomorrow. And we just made massive gains together on the stream, man. We sold, man. Like, we sold a local top. Congrats.